When I moved into my new apartment, I thought I'd finally found peace. It was cheap, quiet, and came fully furnished, which should have been my first warning. The landlord barely looked at me during the tour. He only said one thing before leaving me the keys. "Don't use the room at the end of the hall. It's locked for a reason." I laughed it off. Maybe it was storage. But the moment I stepped inside, I felt the air change. Thick, stale, and cold, like something had been waiting. The first night was normal. Until around 2:17 a.m., I woke to the faint sound of whispering. It wasn't from outside. It came from that locked room. I pressed my ear against the door. The whispering stopped. Then, something tapped from the other side. Once, then twice. I whispered, "Hello?" And a voice, soft and broken, whispered back, "Don't wake me again." I stumbled backwards, heart pounding. But when I checked the door the next morning, it was wide open. Inside, nothing. Just an empty room, a dusty mattress, and a faint smell of iron. That's when I noticed something scratched into the floorboards. One single word. Stay.
That night I couldn't sleep. Every sound made me flinch. The creak of the floor, the hum of the fridge, even my own breathing. At exactly 2:17 again, I heard it. The whispering. But this time, it wasn't coming from the locked room. It was coming from my phone. I picked it up, my hand shaking. There was a new recording, one I never made. When I pressed play, I heard my own voice whispering, "Don't wake me again." I dropped the phone. My throat went dry. Someone, or something, had been recording me. I ran to the door to leave, but the handle wouldn't turn. It felt like someone was holding it from the other side. Then I saw movement. In the reflection of the window, a dark figure stood behind me, its head tilted, its body twitching slowly. When I turned around, it was gone. Only the faint sound of breathing lingered in the room. By morning, the air smelled worse, a mix of rot and something metallic. I packed my things, ready to leave, but when I stepped into the hallway, the landlord was there. He stared at me with sunken eyes and said, "You shouldn't have gone inside." I asked, "What happened in that room?" He just whispered, "She never left."
That night, I couldn't stop thinking about what the landlord said. She never left. Who was she? I searched the apartment records online. There was only one name listed before mine. A woman who rented the place 3 years ago. Status: missing. I felt my stomach twist. The date she disappeared was also October 11th, the same day I moved in. At 2:17 a.m., my phone buzzed again. Another recording. But this time it wasn't my voice. It was a woman's whisper. "Why are you in my bed?" I froze. The mattress, the smell, everything in that room had belonged to her. I looked at the reflection in the mirror across the hall, and there she was. A pale woman lying on the bed, eyes open, smiling at me. The mirror cracked, and the lights went out.